Here they come, and it's going to be green and go. Caranta in front of Gabriel Stilp. Stilp is going to try and go with him. Onto the far side, McLaughlin has already got a bit of an issue here, trying to keep the drivers at bay. Hadi Mamasi was tactical there, dropped in back, and Stilp is trying to go right around the outside of Caranta into turn 4. That's brave even for Stilp. So up the inside, that is going to be Finn McLaughlin taking back second position. Now we're really going to get to see what these drivers are made of as the juniors work their way through the S's and up through the curbs. It's Caranta, McLaughlin, Stilp, and that's Jack Buckley, who has worked his way through the 4th position, as Mamasi has had a real struggle off the grid and has dropped a couple of positions, so he's going to have to work his way back into contention. But the top 4 are already stretching. Here comes Stilp on the inside of McLaughlin. That's P2. Not a particularly tough overtaking move for him, but he has to cover and move off the line there for Finn McLaughlin to make sure that he remains in second place. But can he go after Jules Caranta? Here they come. Caranta, Stilp, McLaughlin, Buckley. Then it is Green, Chirelli, Wood, Apicella, Burgoyne, and Jocelyn. Hadi Mamasi has had a horrific opening lap, and Caranta loses out to Stilp. Stilp takes the lead, then McLaughlin. But McLaughlin remains in 3rd position as Fred Green picks up a warning flag, but out in front it is Gabriel Stilp, and he leads the way here from Caranta, McLaughlin, and Jack Buckley.
Yeah, but great race out in the field right now. You can see up at the front end, Gabe Stilp once again taking an early lead from the rest of the field. Jules Caranta and Finn McLaughlin applying pressure in behind. Watch out for Jack Buckley as he's trying to get involved in this battle as well. Finn McLaughlin, not a driver to sit around. Is he going to try for a move just yet? No, he isn't. He's going to sit in behind Jules Caranta just for a little bit longer before they catch on to the back. No, he won't. Straight on the inside. There goes McLaughlin into second position. And Gabe Stilp, that will just extend his lead as Buckley manages to follow through as well.
Yes, Caranta drifted out wide there, and now he's got pressure from Chirelli. Chirelli's going to try and get into 4th position through turn 2. It won't happen just now. But Jules Caranta is definitely on the back foot. So it's going to be a tricky one, and there's Chirelli. He makes his dive on Jules Caranta then through turn 4. So you do start to feel that Jules Caranta under some pressure now. He needs to get himself back together again here. So he slips from the lead all the way down to P5 as Stilp, McLaughlin, Buckley and Chirelli all managed to get through in a very short space of time. But this is now going to be a very tricky scenario for the contenders to cope with, as Apicella and Jocelyn are bearing down on Harry Burgoyne. So Harry Junior Burgoyne, they're in P7 at the moment behind Fred Green as they work their way through to the S's at the end of the lap once again, through to the chicane. Right, left, hop over the curbs and then in through Champignon. The last corner that we've christened that based on the fact that there is a very charming circle of mushrooms on the infield of the final corner. If you don't believe me, after the race today, go and look for yourself. There's Fred Green on the inside of Jules Caranta, and Burgoyne's going to get through to the inside as well. But Caranta gets there. So Stilp, McLaughlin, Buckley, Chirelli, Caranta. Well, it's not Caranta anymore because now Fred Green has come through into the 5th position mark. So Jules Caranta's really struggling. This is a big difficulty for him. He's got to try and gain some ground here. But even Finn McLaughlin is having a bit of a difficult one there in second place as Caden Higgins now picks it up. So Caden Higgins has made up a couple of places there. It's going to be an interesting one as they continue. But obviously still some more hard work to come, and the contenders are having a really solid race of it. So still they battle, and still some very solid racing. Off the final turn, and that's Burgoyne cutting through to make up the position there with Jocelyn going with him. Caranta down to 8th. So Stilp, McLaughlin, Buckley and Chirelli. Then it's Green, Burgoyne, Jocelyn, Caranta and Apicella. Bit of a gap back to Hadi Mamasi, who has worked his way back into 10th position. A good recovery from the Evolve driver. After being crowded out at the start and losing several places, he's now worked his way back to P10. Here comes Burgoyne, up and over from Green, and that's lovely from Burgoyne. Holds the position. Apicella now going wheel to wheel with Jocelyn, but Jocelyn chops across him. No chance you're going to get that overtaking move done. He's now going to make the bid on Green. Green will try and hold it around the outside, but Jocelyn has the confidence, and he sails into the inside line. So Jocelyn picks up 6th position from Fred Green. So Burgoyne now P5. Jocelyn 6th, Green in 7th from Apicella, Caranta, and in 10th place trying to close up on them is Hadi Mamasi, making his recovery from 10th place. Look at Stilp, he's got almost a second on Finn McLaughlin, but Jack Buckley is right there in 3rd behind him, and Riccardo Chirelli, 4th position, still trying to make up some ground. Here they come. Is there going to be an opportunity for Buckley to get the run on the inside of Finn McLaughlin coming up to turn 5? He doesn't moat the bid for the inside line. Timo Ramakas in the VDK racing machine finds himself in 18th place with the fastest lap of the race, but Burgoyne and Jocelyn still trying to gain ground on Apicella. Then Green, Caranta, Mamasi, Devani, Koniak and Martin Yellow. Gabe Stilp is your leader from McLaughlin and Buckley. Girelli still there in 4th. Here is 5th position downwards. This is Burgoyne ahead of Jocelyn, Apicella, Green, Caranta and Mamasi, all the way down to Adi Mamasi in P10. So 6 drivers all hunting for a decent position. They come off the final turn, and what can Finn McLaughlin do to shake off Jack Buckley? Buckley is coming straight at him, and Rodolfo Girelli also trying to hunt down the opportunity, but they need to stop racing each other. McLaughlin and Buckley, the 2 Irish talents, they need to team up and go after Gabriel Stilp in the lead of this race.
Yeah, Gabe Stilp already pulling away from everyone else 6 laps into this race. There is no looking like anyone's catching Gabe Stilp for the time being, but Finn McLaughlin, Jack Buckley and Cirelli as well are all going to push themselves to the limit. Hadi Mamasi, another fastest lap going the way of him. He's really been on fire this weekend in terms of 1 lap pace, and he can consistently produce these lap times, and it's great to see that Mamasi is getting acquainted with the Le Mans circuit and the environment.
So let's see if this is going to continue for McLaughlin, because Buckley and Cirelli are going with him. They've got 5 laps to get closer to Gabriel Stilp to challenge for a position. With this being X30, it's definitely not done yet. There's still a long, long way to go. And Gabriel Stilp leads the way here from Finn McLaughlin, Jack Buckley and Riccardo Cirelli. Then Jocelyn, Burgoyne, Caranta, Apicella, Green and Mamasi. 4.6 seconds covering the entirety of the top 10 still after 7 laps of 11. 4 to go at the end of this one. And it is definitely going to be very tricky. So here they come again. Finn McLaughlin, 2nd place in behind. Then Jack Buckley, then Cirelli and Jocelyn. So this is all about tactics. Burgoyne trying to get back on terms with Henry Jocelyn as they go through the banking. The top 4 are all very closely knit together. This is a replay of when Finn McLaughlin got his bid there on Caranta. Very neat and tidy manoeuvre from the Irishman. And this is the opportunity for Cirelli. Dives in. Cirelli takes 3rd position away from Jack Buckley. So a very solid overtake there on the Irishman, but Jack Buckley isn't done yet for us, sure. As Stilp, McLaughlin and Cirelli are all pushing hard there through the first corner. Watch out for this battle as Jocelyn has now hit the front of it. Ahead of Burgoyne, Caranta, Mamasi and Apicella. So Burgoyne is going to try and take on Henry Jocelyn as the 2 drivers duel away for position. Teammates, of course, those particular competitors. But as the field continues to make good work of it, the top 4 are well clear of the battle between Jocelyn and Burgoyne, with Caranta, Mamasi, Apicella and Green all still involved in that gaggle of karts. But certainly for the moment, Stilp in front of McLaughlin and Cirelli, with Jack Buckley just getting frustrated, sat there in 4th position, no doubt, just waiting for his turn in the car.
As we see going forwards there, we're looking at Cirelli all over the back of McLaughlin right now as he switched positions with Buckley not so long ago. Onto the penultimate lap of the race right now. McLaughlin doesn't have long to try and catch onto the back of Stilp, and it's not looking like he's going to either, as Stilp has already extended his lead too much. 8 tenths in 2 laps with the pace that he's already putting down on the circuit. It looks like it might be a challenge here for McLaughlin in 2nd position. Mamasi, another fastest lap. It's really been a great weekend for him as he continues on to set the fastest laps in these races. But McLaughlin still 7 tenths off the back of Stilp. I don't think Stilp has to worry about anything. But I'll tell you what, McLaughlin has to worry about Cirelli in behind.
Well, fair play to Hadi Mamasi. He hasn't really taken anything other than his best out of this week so far. Still making overtaking moves and still putting his weight around as Gilles Caranta tries and fails to get past Hadi Mamasi. Gabriel Stilp just nodding his head to his crew as he comes over the line. 7 tenths of a second going into the last lap. He knows that all he has to do is bring it home in front of Finn McLaughlin, with Riccardo Cirelli and Jack Buckley still hustling each other for 3rd position behind them. Then Jocelyn, Burgoyne, Mamasi, Caranta, Apicella and Fred Green in front of Ramakas and Natalia Granada. Then Mark Kaniak, Matis Kaniak, sorry, and Hugo Martiniello from Angelo Melli. So they will continue to race each other all the way through, but I don't think Stilp is going to get anywhere near the challenge that others would like to give him, but Buckley might just get one final chance to get through on Riccardo Cirelli. So let's see if this is going to go his way. A little bit of a look out the turn and a very smart maneuver. But it's not done yet, as Cirelli is still trying to hang on from Jack Buckley out of the final turn, and Gabriel Stilp will clean up here. A good win once again for Stilp. He's now only on 5 points accumulated, just 2 less than Macaulay Bishop, and with Finn McLaughlin coming home in second, that drops him to provisional third. Gabe Stilp is the man of the moment. He's having a great week.
Yeah, Gabriel Stilp, he's really came out in force, 7 temps over McLaughlin. That is a dominant victory there for the Croc Promotions driver. He's won it last year, and he's looking very confidently set to be a challenger to win it again this year.
So as they continue to make solid progress, race in, race out, it's certainly going very well indeed for Gabriel Stilp. He looks very comfortable, and he's certainly in a good position to make good moves around the course. So Gabriel Stilp, in fine style, continues his challenge, and Finn McLaughlin there in second place from Cirelli, Buckley, Justin and Burgoyne, Mimasi, Caranta, Apicella and Fred Green in the top 10. All of them covered by 6.3 seconds. So even with that little bit of an edge that Gabriel Stilp had over Finn McLaughlin, the top 10 very close to each other, and nobody really gaining the upper hand and the advantage. So certainly a tough one, as all of the contenders trying to get a little bit more out of this week. But Gabriel Stilp with the victory over Finn McLaughlin and Riccardo Cirelli